All right. So yeah. So I've gotten some assignments there, and I think I had some issues with. Responded. I think I responded to Hetty. Did you get the corrections I made to your assignment?
Okay, yes, I saw the mail this evening, and after today's class, I'll look at it again.
Oh, okay.
But then I don't have extra money that I borrowed to work Banco.
Come again. I didn't get that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because with your calculations, you added extra money to the 100 million. So I was wondering if World Bank borrowed some money from you. But that's
Can you
fine.
imagine?
That's fine. That's okay. All right. So then I think that was Mojisola. Yeah, I got your mail. I think I just woke up when I saw that mail. But I would respond to that quite. Yeah, I'll respond to that. Um, so I think we'll just get started, right? So we don't. I think I just need to share my screen. Where's that file? I think that's this guy. Excel class one. All right. So yeah. Mm, share my screen. Okay, I think I'll just go with share the window. Share. Okay. Share. All right. So this is our guy. So yeah, I've been thinking. I don't know. This class was supposed to last for 5 days. All right. But with what we have, or what I wanted to really. Okay, today's the fourth day, right? Yeah. Uh, well, I would figure that one later on. Let me not bug you with the decision I want to make, but it's fine. Yeah, so I guess this was where we stopped yesterday. I'm sorry, on Tuesday, and I was very happy with the results I got today. Yeah, I mean, a lot of persons were able to.
I can't hear you, sir.
You can hear me, please. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I
Hello.
can hear you. I
Oh,
can
oh,
hear you.
oh. Okay, so I think Lillian, I'm sure that should be your network or something. I'm not sure why.
I can hear you, but it's not very clear.
Ah, how about now? Is it better off now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, awesome. So, okay. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the count functions. All right. Um, okay, count function, and we'll see if we can also touch the yeah, a a case study, right? So apparently count, just like the word count, just like it says count. You want to be able to count using the function count to count number of cells. All right. But then there's a tweak to, I think there are about three count functions. Yeah, there are three of them. So we have count, we have count A, and we have count blank. Now, count means you want to count all the cells that have figures, that have figures. All right. Or you can say that have values, and you understand that values mean the contents are numbers. All right. The contents are what numbers. They are not texts. So when you want to count um, its range of cells that has to do with values, you use the count function. However, if you want to count everything in a range of cells that's inclusive of texts and values, all right, you make use of count all. That's count A, count A, all right. Then, if you want to count a range of cell, you have empty spaces, blank spaces. All right. Then we have to make use of what? Count blank. Count blank. All right. So here we have a table here, right? We want to be able to see how we can use the functions I had just explained now. I want to see how they work, right? And for this, the first one we're going to be using here is what? The count function. Okay. And so just like every other function or every other formula, all right? I think I had explained the difference between functions and formulas. I'll just reiterate again. So the difference between functions and formulas in Excel is that while functions are predefined um, calculation techniques you use in Excel, predefined means that they are already customized by Excel. All right. So if I say equals to count now, you see Excel is already bringing all of these functions for me. So there are functions that are already predefined in Excel. All right. However, formulas are calculation techniques that are user defined. All right. So you're now the one telling Excel, this is what I want you to do. So in a case where I tell Excel, okay, equals to C2, right, times C3. So I'm the one telling Excel what to do. I'm not, it's user defined. All right. So this is a formula, but the function, it's from the system, it's from Excel. All right. So I just thought to um share light on that. All right. So for us to use this function now, equals to count. All right. You see what it says? It says count the number of cells in a range that contains what? Numbers. So when we open brackets, we want to highlight everything in this range. We'll close our brackets and say enter. All right. So what Excel has done now is it has counted all these that has numbers. All right. It has counted all of them and it has told us that we have about 32 cells that do what contains numbers. All right. So let's see what count A. You know, I told you that count A does what? It counts all the cells that contains what? Characters, both texts and what? Values and numbers. All right. So if we say equals to count A, right? What it says count the number of cells in a range that are not empty, irrespective of whatever may be there. So we say count A, right? And we select this. When we close our bracket, we see it's giving us what? 54. So you see the difference. So while count A counts everything, count just counts what? The figures alone. Alright? So moving on to count blank. Alright, so if you look at this table at the far right here, you'll notice that there are some blank spaces. Alright? So we want to tell Excel, please, we want to know how many cells here are actually blank. Alright? So we'll use the count blank function. And we'll say equals to count blank. So what it says count the number of empty cells in a specified range of cells. So we select that and then we'll select our range, right? And that'll be right. So if we close our bracket, say enter, Excel tells us that we have 4 blank spaces. So let's check. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is the last one here, 4. So we are correct. Any question? Any question? I think that has no question. All right. So sorry, please give me a minute. I need to send something. Just a minute, please.
Excuse me.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so please, what's the difference between the count and the formula? You mentioned that I wasn't clear about that.
Sorry, come again. I didn't get that.
The difference between count and formula.
All right. So I was trying to
The difference
explain.
between count and formula.
All right. I was trying to explain that. Um, I was trying to explain the difference between formulas and functions, not count and formula. All right. So I was saying that functions are predefined calculation techniques. All right. In Excel. Okay. I think that's this guy. Yeah, in Excel that we use to calculate sums. All right, so we are not the one telling Excel what to do. Excel is the one rather telling us that okay, this is what you need to do. Just for example, take for example, like in this case, or let me take for example the equals to sum. All right, so all of these are functions because you can see Excel is the one bringing them up for you. All right, now if I say sum
Yes.
all of this, all right, I've used a function to solve this. However, I can still use a formula to solve. So a formula now means I'm the one telling Excel what to do. So I can say equals to this plus this plus this plus this, and as the case will be. So this is now me writing a formula for Excel. Did you get that?
Okay. Yes, I do.
All right. So
So that's function.
yeah, this no, this is a formula. This is formula. This is me writing the formula.
Okay.
All right. The function is the one that's predefined by Excel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, just give me a second. Copy URL. Copy URL. And then, all right. Okay. So I'm back. Sorry about that. I needed to forward a mail to someone. Okay. So so if there are no questions, let's go into something deeper. Now there's a function called count if. It means that we want to count a want now remember here count was that we counted all that were figures, right? And count a was everything. Now we want to count based on certain criteria. Right, so if you see this table here, this is a company's data, all right, and we have been told to count the number of staff by department. Right, so we have all the departments listed out here. All right, and we've been told what are the number of personnel. Okay, so for us to do that, the function we'll be using was count if. So equals to count if. So if it says count the number of cells within a range that meets the given what condition. So count if bracket open. Now you see what it's saying here. It's saying what is the range? In what range? What range do you want to count? All right. So for us, it's departments, right? So we'll come to the table here and look for the department column. So I can easily click on this first one and drag down to highlight all of them. All right. Now you can see it says C17 towards C57, and that is it, C17 towards C57. Now that we have done that, we'll now say comma. All right. So what is the criteria? What exactly do we want to count? It's what the ICT, the number of persons in what ICT department. Okay. So there are three ways to do it. It's either I click on this ICT, or I click on this ICT, or I I put the ICT in double quotation. All right. But again, the best route would be to do what? The best route would be to just select the cell, because tomorrow they may say no, we are no longer ICT, we are now media. All right. So all I need to do is just come to ICT cell here and change it to what media. Okay. So now that we have done that, all I need to do is what, close my bracket and say enter. The cell has come to this column, the cell range, all of this, and it has counted everything here that has to do with what, ICT. And so if you want to be sure, we say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 5, 6. So yes, we are correct. We have 6 persons who are in the ICT department. Any question? Hi, Temitope, your hand is raised up. Hello, Temitope.
Um,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, please. I don't know. Can you draw the mic closer to your mouth, please?
I'm
And
practically holding
then,
I'm practically holding my mic
mm,
right now.
because your voice is not really.
Ah.
I've tried increasing my volume, and that's just the
But is
end.
that the same for
And
everybody? Let me just confirm. Is that the same for everybody, please?
Same for me.
Wow. Ah. What do I do
Yes,
now?
please.
Wow, wow. How about now? People want me to shout. How about now? Is it better now? Hello? Can you hear me now?
it's true. There are sometimes that the maybe the mic, I don't know, catches your voice very well, and there's sometimes that it just goes down.
Wow. Mm. Okay, I will try as much as possible to be audible. But okay.
Audible.
Alright, give me a second.
Okay.
Let me
Thank you. So then what's the meaning of Eve? Is that count Eve? What's the meaning of the I have?
Alright, so um what's it called now? Sorry, let me just fix, let me see if I can do something to my mic before I answer you. Alright, so yeah, this is at 100 already now. This is pretty too loud. Oh yeah, it's pretty too loud now. So okay, I'll try to be audible, like I said. Here, so if is the condition. So more like saying I will go to I will go to church tomorrow if my clothes are ironed. So my going to church tomorrow means that my clothes has to be ironed. Did you get that? Hello? Did
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if is the condition for that to happen. So if that condition is not met, it won't happen. All right. Yeah. So that's that for if.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So okay. Yeah. So I guess so nobody has asked questions concerning this, so that means we all understand. So who is going to
No, no. Can you please go right, please? Sorry. I didn't actually get that count. If I was a bit distracted actually, so I'm sorry for that.
oh, okay, so I should go over it again, right?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. So I'll just delete this off, right? Yeah. So I said we want to count everything in the department if it is an ICT department. All right. Yes, we want to count everything, but now we have added the clause, we have added the condition, count only if it is what? An ICT department. All right. And so I said the function for that would be equals to count if, right? Bracket open. The first thing we want to find now, um, okay, so let me paint this picture. Um, we have a basket, all right, and inside that basket we have different colors of balls. We have red balls, we have blue balls, we have green balls. All right. So I'm now telling Excel inside this basket, please count only the red balls. All right. Now, so for where you have this range now, okay, take this range to be the basket. So for us to go find the basket now, that will be the column that houses or what all the departments. All right. So we will just select that C17. All right. We can say column to what C57. So just add C57. So we have selected our what our basket that contains all the balls. Now inside this basket, we want to count only the balls that or the oranges, right, that are good. But in this our case, the oranges that is tagged ICT. Okay, so for us to do that, like I said, we can now select this the ICT here. Just select that. Okay, having done that, you want to close your bracket and say enter. Did you get that, Madisola?
Yes, I did now. Then just one question. Did you highlighted all the departments column? Is that what you did?
Yes, yes. That's the baskets. That's where we want to go and count because it's not just one ICT that's here. There are other ICTs
Yeah.
inside the basket. So we want to count all of them. All right, yes. So do you mind helping us with manager? To count how many managers we have?
Okay.
Okay.
So that will be equals to
All right.
count if.
Okay.
So we still go that department column
All right.
and highlight everything down.
Okay. So let me teach you
That
a
range.
shortcut. You can say Control Shift down. Right. So
Okay.
Control
Control
Shift
shift
down.
down.
Yeah, we'll just highlight everything in that column. All right. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
go on,
Yeah. Yeah.
go on.
Okay. Control shift down.
Yeah,
What do you mean by down?
down. That's
You
the
mean the
arrow
two
key.
together?
The arrow key down. Arrow
Oh,
key
okay,
pointing
okay.
down. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So what's our criteria?
Okay, so our criteria now, since it is manager, so we
Hmm.
just come and pick this manager in a H20.
All right. So I should
Yeah,
close my bracket,
and
right?
then enter. Yeah, close the bracket and enter.
Okay. Right. So based on our calculations, we have just two managers. All right. So you can see them here, managers, right? So all right. Thank you very much, Modisola. Who else wants to help us to do the other one? Who do I call? Hi, Meekness. Good evening. Hello, Meekness. Are you there? Can you hear us? Okay, seems Meekness is not around. Temitope, do you mind helping us out?
Okay, sir. Let me give it a try.
All right, good. So, all right, so let's go for admin. Let's see how many admins we have.
How many what?
How many admins? Want to see how many admins we have in the
Okay.
department here?
Okay. Um, that'll be equal to
Mm-hmm.
then open a bracket.
Okay.
Then we'll highlight all the cells under department, or we use the control shift down key on the
Okay.
keyboard to do that.
Okay. Yeah, we've done that. So what's next?
Then um, okay, man, I do okay.
Seven.
Then
Okay.
we click. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. What do we do next?
Okay. Then we um close the bracket.
Okay.
Then we close the bracket and select
We select what?
C18.
C18. C18. Okay. All right. Can you see what happened? Did you see?
Then press enter.
Okay. Yeah. I've done that. Did you see our result?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So you want to find out what the problem is?
That means I didn't do something.
Do you
Yes,
can you
please.
okay? Can you note what happened?
I think could that be because of the bracket? Like the bracket after
Bracket.
the bracket after the selection.
Okay. Should I take
After
that
the
off?
selection of the
I should take
C17
that off.
to
I,
C57.
I should take that off.
Mm, okay.
Okay. So I've taken that off. So what next? What do I do next?
Mm, I'm lost. I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. It's okay. Who else? Who do I call to help us out? Um. Um. All right. Hi, Taiwo. Good evening. Do you mind helping? Let's help Temitope out.
All right.
Yeah.
So then we put the comma
You put the
after
call
closing the bracket. Yeah, we put the comma.
here.
That's after we highlight the whole. So it will be T57. We
Okay.
highlight the whole column for department,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we put the comma and then we put integer. That will be admin. We click on H21.
Okay. What next?
Then we close the bracket.
Okay. And say.
Yeah, and enter.
All right. So do you see we're still having issues?
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're still having issues.
C, I'm coming, please. Is equal to C17. Oh, I guess we need to close the bracket after C57.
Okay, let's try that. If I close the bracket after C57, I can hit enter now, right?
Yeah, let's try that.
All right. So Excel is bouncing in the back. See, there's a problem with this formula. All right. So okay.
The
Um,
function is missing. The function.
good. That was what I was looking for.
Oh no, can't. Ask me.
So
Can't if. All right,
how
that's true.
exactly.
It's
So
equal
the
to
the
can't
What's the
if
function
function of
the
this?
function was not
function.
included.
This is just the formula. Yeah, right.
Exactly. You just told Excel to just go ahead and do. I mean, there was basically nothing for it to do, right? So Temitope, I hope you're following. So the function
Yes.
is count if
So,
equals to count if, all right? And then we don't
okay.
meet this second bracket, okay? So count if in this range, anywhere you inside this range, anywhere you see admin, count. So if we hit enter, it gives us the answer 6. So
Mhm.
Temitope, do you want to
Yeah.
try? Do you want to
Thank you,
try
sir.
again? Yeah, let's do the next one, Temitope.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, let's go for engineering.
So, um, engineering. Okay. Equal to
All right.
count if,
Okay.
then open a bracket,
Okay.
then I would highlight all the departments.
All right. So I'll do that for you.
I'll put, okay, thank you.
Okay. Hey, what next?
Then the comma comes after the selection of all the departments.
All right. What next?
Then um I'll write C yeah C23.
C23. Okay.
Close the bracket, press enter.
Okay. Close the bracket. All right. So let's see if we're correct. So we have only one engineering department, right? All right. So where you understand it now,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You understand the concept, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Hmm.
All right. So as usual, the rest is assignment. All right. So any question before we move on?
Okay, sorry. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I need to do just to do equals count if, and then I put the name if it's sales or anything. Then I like that column that has the sales. Then I write maybe B20 or something. That's all, and I close the bracket.
No. So it's not just you need to understand what you want to do. So what more
Okay.
like what you've just said now is just like you just um I don't want to use the word cramming, but I mean in the real sense, that's basically what you've just done. So you need to understand the concept.
Okay.
Understand that you have a basket, all right? And inside that basket,
Okay.
you want to
That.
count
Mm,
the certain objects based on a particular criteria. And
okay.
the measure or the spoon, okay, let's assume it's a pot of soup, and you want to count how many pomo is inside. But what you use in counting is a spoon, all right? So the spoon that we want to use in counting is the count if function, all right? So if we now
Yeah.
equals to count if. Now remember that count if is what is the spoon. So you close, open your bracket. Now inside the pot, we want to define our pot. So the range, you can see Excel is already suggesting what next to do. So the range is what our pot. But bringing that pot into Excel is what is the range of cell that contains the meat and the pomo and the fish and everything. All right. So for us to now identify this range, you need to now select what? Select everything in the department column because that's our what? That's our pot. Now,
Okay.
when you are done, we need to go to the next thing. So we say comma. Now, criteria. What exactly are we looking for? We are looking for pomo, or let's say we are looking for fish. But for us in Excel now, we are looking for what? The accounts department. All right. So,
Yes.
so we will now select our criteria as what? Accounts. And when we are done, we can say what? Close the bracket, close the pot. We are done with selecting. We want to close the pot. So we hit enter and it goes there and selects counts that we have just 5 persons in what? Accounts department.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you.
All right. So moving on. Now we have a similar table here. All right. So we are going to see based on the knowledge of our pots with lots of fish and more and beef and whatever. What else again? Periwinkle. All right. Yeah. So now inside the same pot, somebody is requesting for, the person does not only want pomo, but he wants pomo and fish. All right. So we are now going to use a the spoon. We are going to now be using a bigger spoon. We won't be using, maybe let's say we use a medium sized spoon to select for only fish. All right. Now we want to get a bigger spoon, and this bigger spoon now will now help us to pick both fish and beef at the same time. Now, let's leave pots and eat. Let's come to Excel. All right. So, for us to use the function or the spoon we want to use in this particular case is what? Count ifs. Remember the first one we did was what? Count if. But now we want to do count ifs. And count ifs helps us to count based on more than one criteria. So count if gives us room to just count based on one criteria. But now count ifs gives us room to count what? Based on more than one criteria. Alright? So now you see this table here. So this table gives us, it says we want to count, we've been able to count based on a department. But now we want to count based on positions. So we have different positions here, all right, in each of these departments. So we don't just, yes, we already know that ICT, there are about 6 persons here, but we want to know how many persons are data analysts, how many persons are data scientists, how many persons are digital marketers, how many web developers do we have? All right, so now we have two criteria. So we're telling Excel inside that, what's it called? Inside that pot of soup, look for chicken, but among those chicken, look for bones, the chickens that have bones inside. All right. So inside this ICT department, look for an ICT department member, but is a data analyst. All right. So like I said, the formula we'll be using is what? Equals to count ifs with an S. You see what it says? It says count the number of cells specified by a given set of conditions or criteria, right? I'm sure we know that the singular form of criteria is criterion.
Yes.
So yeah. So now we want to now count based on all of these, the departments and the positions. We want to do what? Count for data analysts. All right. So once we are done, when you open a bracket, now it's going to ask you what is the criteria range one. So now here we now have two criteria. But those the two different criteria they have their own range. All right. So for us, the department that's this first one is here. It's in the department column. So we would select this. All right. We'll say comma. What is the criteria? The criteria is what? ICT. I need you as I63. Yes. I63. Yes. I63. Huh? Now, it's now asking, we've been able to select the department. So it's now asking, okay, well, inside this department, what do we want? We want what? A data analyst role. So you now see Excel is now suggesting to you to select criteria range what? 2. So we would select the positions column and also select all of them. We don't need the total here. All right. So we'll say comma. What's the criteria range 2? What's the criteria 2? Data analyst. That's J what? 60. Now that we are done, we can now close our bracket. All right, and say enter. So Excel went to the department and it went to the department and asked all of you in this ICT, how many of you are data analysts? So three persons raised up their hand and it counted the three of them. And that's how we got this figure. Any question? Any question? All right. So I mean that silence means there's no
No, please,
question.
no question.
Oh, okay. So Adebisi, do you want to help us do a sum? Do one of them.
Okay, so what's the next one?
All
I
right.
thought I
So
already said the process the other time.
come again. I didn't get that.
Right?
I didn't hear you. What did you say? Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Okay. Yes, I'm with you.
Oh, okay. So what did you say? I didn't get that.
I said I thought I tried to explain the other time how to do this calculation.
You
I
thought
should
you
still
you
do it again.
explained. I mean, I mean, you should be happy that I'm not calling you often, because the more you practice, the more it sticks. So,
The truth is, let me tell you the truth of what is happening to me right now.
okay.
Because I'm using my phone, I really can't see the
Oh
function
wow.
as you type it
Oh
like
wow.
that. So I really want to go back to the recordings to look at it very well. But I'm listening and I understand what you're saying. So I'll need
Oh.
to look at it because so I can maximize my screen and see it properly. Kind
Oh.
of.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. So who else can help us? Okay.
Thank
All right, Hetty, do you mind helping us, please? Hello, Hetty. Are you there? Okay. Seems Hetty is not with us. Meekness, do you mind helping us? Oh, okay. Hi, Hetty.
Hello?
Yeah, you want to try now?
Your screen. I can't see your screen.
You can see my screen.
Yeah, there's. I'm seeing the screen, but the
How about
data set is not showing.
how about now? Can you see now?
Where?
Okay. All right. So we want to find out how many gate men we have. All right. So do you mind helping us with that?
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Equal to what? Which is it? Count if. Is this count if?
Are you? Oh, okay. This is what we want to do. Um,
Mm,
I won't give you that reply, that answer. So here's what we'll do. I'll just explain. So you should have an idea of what we
okay.
want to do. So we want to count the number of gate men in the
Mm,
security department.
mm,
Yeah. So what would be what function would we use?
okay. Let me just go through quickly. Number of gates, man.
Yeah, in the security department. We have the security department, we have the departments column, and we have the positions column. All right. So
Ah, mm. Can I let me just watch, please, and see the next. I will answer the next question, please.
that's
I
okay,
didn't
Rena.
follow
Okay,
previously.
so here's the trick, right? So now because I'm teaching, and that's why I'm telling you what functions to use. All right. So
you. Can
somebody wants to try. Who's that?
yeah, can I try? I don't know.
Try also.
Oh, okay. Who wants to go first? Meekness. Okay, let's go.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I can't see the screen, sir.
Can you see that?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Equal to count ifs.
All right. Count thieves.
Open brackets.
All right.
Then we go and select criteria range, which is
For which of them?
for security. That is
Okay.
from D.
Okay. Just help you do this, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's next? What's the first criteria?
Okay. Then you click on I-85.
Okay. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
comma,
All right.
comma. Then pick on the criteria range also for the position. That's from E column
Okay. All right.
down to the down to the okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Okay, and click on J85, comma J85.
okay, 85. 85. All right. So I can close my brackets, right?
Then close the bracket, yes, and enter.
So in this company, they have two gate men who are under what? The security department. All right. Did you get that now, Hetty?
Yes, I did.
All right. So somebody else wanted to try. Who was that? I didn't get that person. Somebody else.
Yeah, it was me, bro. She did
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's
zero
go.
zero.
I want you to try again. Try. So let's look for I think that's favor. Let's look for salesmen. All right. want to know how many salesmen do we have. So yeah, let's go.
Okay, so we're using count if still.
I don't know. You tell me.
Count if.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're using
Oh, okay.
count if
Okay.
still. We're still going to use, yeah.
Right.
So we're going to click on criteria range for sales as the first column.
The first column.
I can't really see the numbering of the yeah, that's
This
yes,
one.
in department. So
Oh, okay.
yes,
Okay.
sales, yeah.
What are we selecting here? Sales, right?
We're starting sales, yes, from
Okay.
the department.
All right.
Yes, we're
So.
going down, yes.
Mhm.
Then the next criteria range,
Okay. What that would be for
position.
positions, right? Okay.
Yes, that's for proposition.
All right.
Yeah. Down. Then we're selecting
Salesman, right?
salesman, yes.
Okay.
Then we're
I
we're
sell this
closing the column.
This is there. Okay. So enter. What happened? It says zero. What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong?
Oh, so let's go again. Let me see.
This is
No, I think you have to
Oh, so
remove.
this is supposed to be J. Alright, this is supposed to be
Yes.
J. Yeah. Alright, so we have our figure 9.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Hetty, do you want
Then
to thank you very much, people. So Hetty, do
you're welcome.
you want to go you want to try now?
Yeah, let me try.
Okay, so let's find out how many account managers we have.
Okay. So equal to
Equals
count ifs.
count count ifs.
So the first range is D, the column D,
Okay.
column D 63 down,
I have done that for you. Okay.
comma, comma,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the accounts is account, yes. Click on
Okay.
accounts,
Alright.
comma,
Mm-hmm.
the next account manager.
I should select account
Click
manager.
on click on it, the cell J what? J
J71.
73 71.
That's this one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Close the bracket.
Okay.
Enter.
We have errors. Now, count if. Let me explain something to you, Helen. So, count ifs, alright. You need two criteria ranges and two criteria. So, with what you did now, alright, you didn't give us the second criteria. You didn't give us the second criteria range. You only gave us criteria range 1, criteria 1,
Yeah.
and then you just gave us criteria 2. Where are we supposed to go look for the criteria 2 from?
Okay. The
Alright.
criteria two from to be from the position.
Good, exactly. So we need to before this, we need to come select these guys.
Okay.
All right. So that would be it. Okay. So when I put comma now, comma right, and say enter,
Yeah.
we should have our figures. Did you get that?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's try for web developer. Hello, are you there? Hello, Hetty, are you still there? What happened? Hello, is anybody here? All right, so Hetty, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah. So do you want to help us now? Help us again with the web developers one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So equal to it count is
Okay.
the first range.
Remember, you need to open your bracket. Yeah. So the first
Okay, okay,
range.
sorry. For your bracket,
Mm-hmm.
the first range D63 down,
Okay. What's the
comma.
first criteria?
The first criteria is the ICT.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the ICT.
That's I 6 to 8. I guess. Yeah. Okay. So what's the next criteria
Then
range?
the next criteria range is the position column
All right.
down, comma, the web developer.
All right. So that's J66, right?
Yeah,
So those are brackets. We should have our figures.
close the bracket. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much, Ed. All right. So I know I spoke about cell referencing. That's the locking of cells. All right. Um, if I were to be the one, right, to do this, I know yes, we still need to understand cell referencing and cell locking. All right. Here's what I would do. Okay. So I could just say equals to, right? For the first one, count ifs bracket open. Hope I'm recording, please. Okay, yes, I'm recording. All right. So criteria range one. We all know that it's the department, right? Huh? Right. Criteria one is what? I63. So I would say I63, right? Comma. What's criteria range two? Just this guy. All right. Say comma. What are we looking for? Data analyst. That's J63, right? J63. Now, automatically, if I close this, right, and if I drag down, now we're having wrong answers. We're having some 000. So what it has done, it has copied the formulas to the rest of the cells. Alright, but if we check this cell, let's see what it's giving us. Remember, this is the original thing, D63 to D103, E63 to E103. Let's check the cell for this. You see, it's now saying D64 to D104, E64 to E104. Alright, if we do the same for this, see what it's saying, D67 to D107. E6. So what Excel is doing, if you see, is counting empty spaces here, and that's not what we want. So again, you see why cell reference, cell locking would be very, um, it's very pertinent you understand it, because by the time you start saying you want to do all the count ifs for all of this, if this were to be a test, your time would probably elapse. All right. So all I need to do is to understand that, okay, I know this is the range, right? All I need to do is come to this D63 to D103, F4. All right. So when I press F4, that means I'm locking that cell by putting the dollar sign in front of D and in front of 63. I would also do the same for E63. I will lock that as well and lock E103. So it means that Excel, whatever you do, don't leave this word, don't leave this range. So I can now say enter. So if I drag this down, I should get my figures. So I have everything and the total is what? 40. Alright, so using, if you look at the formula, oh, sure. If you look at the formula we use here, you see it's still 63 to 103, 63 to 103. The same for this, 63 to 103, 63 to 103. So it's very pertinent that we really understand cell referencing, cell referencing, cell referencing. All right. Any question? Any question? Nobody's talking. Does it mean we are cool? We're okay.
Yes, I will following. I'm okay, sir.
Yeah, we are following, sir.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. So this is it's already almost 9:30. So can we do this? Can we touch this? Can we touch this? Okay. Yes. Um. mm, okay. So we are. Um. I think we may have to stop here. Let me see. Mm, this is what we just did, right? Okay. I think let's touch this. Let's do this before we go. All right. So now we've talked about count if. Now this is another real case scenario. So you've been given this file, and this is a file that contains um, basket outlets. All right, outlets in for a particular company, and we have basketballers and we have tennis ball players. All right. So the question here now is we want to know the, the number of outlets that are either basketballers or tennis ball players. All right. So who wants with the knowledge of what we did here? Who wants to help me to solve for this? I want to know the number of basketball players. Who wants to help me? Nobody's
I
hand is
can
up.
try, sir.
Okay, you try.
Okay. Okay, Meekness, let's go first. Then I'll call on you at DBC next. So yeah, Meekness, let's go. Ah, where's my file now? Okay, so yes, let's go.
Okay. Okay. Equal to
Mm-hmm.
count if
Okay. Equals to
you open
count if. All right.
you open the brackets,
Mm-hmm.
the range which is from E colon
Yeah.
E14 word.
E14. Okay.
Yes, Daniel.
To to what?
to E37.
All right, good. E37.
Okay, comma
Okay.
A3.
E3. All right. So I can close my bracket, right?
Use the bracket, yes.
Good. So we have 18 basketball players. All right. So ADBC, you wanted to try? Oh, was that somebody else wanted to try?
Yes, it was me, but like what I was looking at was not what
Okay,
I was supposed to do. Right?
tell me, what were you looking at? Let's try your method. Maybe your method could work. So try, tell me.
Cannot work.
Why? You don't believe? You don't believe in yourself. You never can tell. Maybe you'll be an inventor this night. Okay,
No,
but
no, no,
you were
no.
able to see.
I
You
was
saw.
actually
Okay, go ahead.
is looking at. I initially I thought I was supposed to pick from the athlete um column or cells, but then
No,
going to I can see that it's not possible.
no, you can't because I mean we don't know that we cannot know what they do by their names, right? So you
Yeah,
have to go through the
yes.
sports column. Okay. Yeah. So, right. So okay. So I'm going to try now. Remember what we have been doing is count if or count ifs, right? Now we now have another one, another challenge here. This one is saying sum if. So it means just like count if, count this based on a particular criteria. But now sum if in the other sense means sum this, that's plus add all of this if they meet a particular criteria. Okay. So now I'm going to try the first one. So it says equals to sum if. So what it says it adds the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. Bracket open. What's the range? It says what did it say? It says sum of 2020 pay per sport. Alright. So the range, the range will be what? The basketball because it says per sport. That's the range. So we'll select this E14 towards E37. Okay. Column E37. Ah, what's happening now? E37. Right? So, comma. What's the criteria in this? The criteria now is what? The criteria is what? Who can tell me?
Basket if they play basketball.
Good. Yes. Good. If so, so now, please let's understand how the difference between sum if and count if. So sum if means in this particular file, sum only the pay if they play basketball. So the range would be we want to filter all the basketball players and then we will now sum their salaries or their pay. So what we have succeeded in doing now is what we've created the range, we've gotten the range, and then we've selected the particular criteria which is basketball. Now, after we are done with that, the sum range, what do we want to sum? You know we cannot sum basketball. What we want to sum, it has to be figures, right? So we now want to select the sum range. So we are now coming here to the pay, 2020 pay, and we will select this to what's the one now? B37, right? So I will close our bracket, say enter. So it gives us the figure We have 526.9 million. Remember, this is in million. You can see here, it's in million. So, any question? Any question?
Yeah, thank you. My question is for the count if we
Mhm.
didn't have to select a range, isn't it?
We
We
didn't have to
only
select a sum range.
a some range.
Yeah,
Okay, we just selected
range and criteria.
the range and the criteria.
Yes,
Okay, and that criteria is still that basketball.
yes, yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah. In your case, in another file, it may not be basketball. It may not be. So you just need to know what your criteria is. What are you looking for? What do you want to sum based on what?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So any other question before we move on? Ask your questions now. All right. So yeah. So just like count if, sum if, right? We also have average if. So it means the average of all of this if it meets a certain criteria. All right. So we want to know the average bonus based on sports. So if we say equals to average if, right? Bracket open. The range is what? Still E14 to E37. All right. And our criteria here is what? Basketball. So we'll say A3, that's basketball. Comma, what's the average range? Where do we want to go and pick the average from? In this case, is what remember they said here what? Average bonus. So it will be C14 to C14 to C37. All right. Then we'll close our brackets. Enter. It gives us figures as 19.733333. Any question? Any question? Any question? No question. Okay. So, since no question, I'm going to leave us with the remaining ones as assignment. Aside this, don't do this. Don't do this. When we come in the next class, we're going to talk on this. Alright, so just finish this table. Alright. So, thank you everyone for joining in today's class. But before we go, I want to ask: is there any question you want to ask? Is there? Yeah, we could just touch on before we call it a night. Someone sent a message on chat. Need to leave the class because we catch up with the regulars. So thanks. Oh, okay, that's fine. So can you people hear me? Because it looks like I'm talking to myself.
We
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
Oh, okay. I was almost scared. All right. So, I mean, so the silence means no questions, right? Is that my network? Hello, 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 hello. Who's here?
Yes, sir. No question.
Oh,
No
okay.
following, sir.
All right, all right. So, I'll be sending the recordings and the as well as the assignment files to you. kindly turn in your assignments before time so that I can actually look through them, okay? And then wherever corrections needs to be made, they can be done, all right? So do have a lovely night's rest ahead, and
All right, sir. But sir, please, could
yes.
you please clarify us on the second assignment you gave concerning that table?
Okay, so here's the assignment, right? You'll be getting this file, but
Okay.
don't do this one. Don't do the second table. Only do the first table. That's this, the one with green color.
Okay.
But if you feel you are led and your strength can carry you and you can attempt this, oh please, with joy. I'll be glad to have someone try them out. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right, sir.
that is it. Alright, so if there's no other question. And please, I've been waiting. Okay, hi Modisola, your hand is raised up.
Yes, please, thank you. Yeah, I had issues with this. I was trying to go over it, but I had issues with this what's it, the growth rate. I don't know why my the what's it called now, the is it the formula, yeah, I think it's the formula. It's not it's saying I have a problem with my formula, but I just couldn't figure it out.
Did you watch the videos, the recordings?
I didn't actually, because I was present here, so I just felt that I didn't have
Okay,
the
I
time
think
at the
the
time I was going through the assignment. So maybe
okay.
I'll have to go back to it
And
anyway.
you can actually watch the videos, all right. So I mean that's why
Okay.
it's being recorded. But however, I'll just
Mm,
try to do one now so you'd see. So we want to
okay.
find the growth rate from 2018, all right. So
Mm,
it will be that you
mm,
say equals to the growth rate you are looking for.
mm.
It's a progressive rate of
Yes.
3.2% equals to
Yeah.
3.2%, all right,
Okay. Mm,
times this young man, that's D2. So you can say
yes.
D2, all right, plus, sorry, here's my plus now, plus D2 again. That's all.
Okay. So there's no need for brackets.
You can sometimes Excel can be funny and say he wants to he necessary it's just because of board mass, because we want to follow the roots of board mass. You don't want it
Mm,
trying to um what's the word now, trying to sum do division before addition and all of that. So you can
yeah.
actually put it in put it in brackets, it's still fine. So you will not have to put the bracket here and here. So it
Mm,
says 3.2% of
okay.
this plus this.
This.
All right.
Mm.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay. One thing I noticed with mine is that,
Mhm.
or was that? No, is that when I clicked on multiply by this D2, initially before yours changed to D2,
Mhm.
it was this at
Okay,
year
okay,
2018
okay.
or
Yeah.
something.
So that's because
Yeah.
this is a
So
table. This is a
mm,
table, but it doesn't mean. So it only means, okay, let's try that. Let's see. And if I click on this, so it means this is a table, but it has selected this particular column, year 2018. So it means
mm,
that whatever I do here now, let's see. Let me close this and say enter. Watch what will happen. So it will work. It will just, it's the same thing. but it just means that it's a table. This is a column. You can
Yeah.
see it's a column in this particular table.
Mm.
That's all. All right.
Yeah, my problem is now that
Mm-hmm.
mine didn't change back to D2. Yours
Okay, no, I
changed
deleted
back.
it. I
So
was the one that I just deleted this. I just deleted this and wrote D manually wrote D2.
yeah, even with D2. I don't know.
What happened? It didn't click in. So if you take that off
Yeah.
and just type in D2, Excel will just pick up the cell that's named D2.
Yeah. Yeah, when I typed D2, it didn't pick up that cell. So
Are you sure?
it wasn't giving me.
So
Yeah.
D2 is actually the name of this cell. Okay, let me try something.
Hmm.
Let me try something. All right. I want to give this cell a name. This cell now, instead of it to be
Hmm.
D2, this is the name tag. You can always change it to whatever you want to change it. So I'm going to change this to Iwinosa. That's my name, right? So I can come here
Okay.
and say equals to 3.2, sorry, equals to bracket open 3.2 times
Hmm.
times. If I type Iwinosa, can you see it has brought it up? So when I click Iwinosa,
Okay.
it
Hmm.
has Excel has realized that okay, because I named a particular cell Iwinosa, so
Hmm.
it is now a formula.
Okay.
All right. So if I also now say bracket then plus Iwinosa again, right, and say enter, I will still get the same value. But my
Hmm.
value changed though. What happened?
Yeah, because you didn't put the percent.
I was wondering what happened. Right. So enter. Yeah. So what you're working on is based on the name of that cell.
Hmm.
So if your cell is D2, as long as it is D2, hey,
Hmm.
the formula will still run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back to it again. Yeah, one more thing, please. I'm so sorry.
No,
Can
go
you
ahead.
please just this palliative? Can you just please go over just one more time, please?
Okay. So the whole idea of palliative, right, is that you want to share
Hmm.
among the you want to share among the a particular year,
Okay.
based on a percentage of of the countries, based on the country's population, we want to share
Hmm.
their money. All right. So
Okay.
for that to happen, you need to know. Nina, what is this? Why are you packing like that? So you want to find out the total population for that year, and then
Okay.
you will now get the percentage of that particular country. So for
Hmm.
Aruba, the percentage of this of Aruba in the whole of this country would be this population divided by the total population. So you will get something like this. It will be one if you say equals to this divided by this is the total population, right? So assuming we wanted to get just the percentage, we will just times it by 100.
2 divided by K13.
So it means that Aruba, all right, Aruba is this is the percent. This is Aruba is 0.019% of the total population. That's what that means.
Hmm.
But now, We are not doing it
Okay.
against percentage, but rather we are doing it against ah, we are doing it against what a figure, a palliative. So instead of timesing this by 100, we will be timesing it by what? 100 million. So it will be 100, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we say enter. Right, so it's going to give us the figure as 19,316 um, dollars. So that's the amount that Aruba is going to be getting based on their population.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So, any other question?
Okay. Okay. Thank you so
Wrap
much.
up. All right. So, good night, everyone. Um, do well to check your mails for the
Mhm.
questions and sorry for the recordings as well as the um, assignment files. See you on Saturday, hopefully by God's grace. Good night, everyone.